My name is Sandra aka Akura. I'm from Germany and I'm a Starseed. And I'm a psychic medium and I'm transmuting light codes, light languages. I do channelings, yes, and energy predictions as well. And a little bit videos with my twin flame, Marcel.
Hello, welcome to Free Range with Gail of Gaia. Today, Gail and I welcome to the program Akura, Starseed, psychic medium, light code activator, light code reader, light code something. It's confusing to me, but you're going to get it. I know you will.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas and graze with wonderful people. And I have today with me my co-host, Paul Biener, as usual, and also a special guest, Akura, from Germany, and it's nighttime now, so we're keeping you awake, haven't we? I am so excited to have you on. Oh my gosh, I've listened to some of your videos and your singing, and it just goes right through me. It's very beautiful.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes, it gives me the chills. And so I would encourage anyone who hasn't seen some of her work and singing, oh my goodness, go listen to it because it just goes right through you. So
thank you very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, and then we'll ask you about some of your channelings and what do you think about the current situation on our planet and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, I try my best to explain it in English.
You do excellent. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I know a little bit of it.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
You always say that your English is not very good. Your English is very good. So just you are doing just fine. Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much.
You're doing great.
Okay. My name is Sandra aka Akura. I'm from Germany and I'm a Starseed. And I'm a psychic medium and I'm transmuting light codes, light languages. I do channelings, yes, and energy predictions as well. And a little bit videos with my twin flame, Marcel.
That's something I wanted to talk a little bit about because it's my understanding, and I don't know if I'm right about this or not, but when you're with your twin flame, the power of your presence and your heart chakra, all of that is just expanded.
Yes, that's
tremendously.
True. Yeah, it's like the energies are combining. The energy is getting stronger when we are together. Yeah. And many people see it. That's very interesting. Even people who are not interested in spirituality, they feel it. The most of them are asking us if we are twins. If they talk about real twins, that we have the same mother.
Yes, well, I have to admit myself, that's what, when I first saw the two of you together, I'm going, wow, they even look kind of alike, not alike exactly, but I mean, like they very easily could be twins.
Yes, we have almost the same hands and fingers. They look almost similar. Also the feet.
Wow.
That's very creepy. Yeah, but even other people are asking us sometimes. Yeah, when we take a seat in the train, they are watching us. Are you in a relationship or are you a sister and a brother? Many people don't get it. And then we say, no, we are in a relationship. Oh, really? Because you look like twins.
You could actually mess with them and see if you can get a response and say, "Oh, we're both."
Yes, or making jokes a little bit, But it's very interesting, to watch this.
Fascinating. Well, I think it would be beneficial. Some people probably might not even know what a twin flame is or the background behind the meaning of that. Could you explain that a little bit for our listening audience?
Yes, to me, it is the same soul. It's the same soul, and this soul incarnated in two bodies. And we have the same higher self. It's like when we're receiving messages, it's the same message. Marcel received a message, and 1 minute later, I got the same message, for example, from the galactic realms. So that's very interesting. So then we confirm each other. So, you received the same message? Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. Well, you are extremely fortunate to have had the benefit of finding your twin soul. They tell us that some of us, our twin soul is maybe on a different planet for that matter.
Yes, I met also people, and the twin flame is incarnated on another planet, and they are not here on Earth together. It's also possible. And when they have this mission to come down to Earth, so the most of the twin flames are here to remember people of unity. What is unity and what is unconditional love? What is that? So even when you are together with your twin, you will face the darkest shadows as well. So it's like you have to see everything. The brightest light and the darkest shadows. And the darkest shadows, when you have to face them, it can be hurtful. Even when you see your own traumas as well. Oops. Yeah, and then you have to release it. That's the heavy part. And actually, it's a salvation for the souls. It's like you are here and you heal your traumas together. And this is the hard part.
So, in other words, you experience the same trauma that your twin did.
Similar trauma.
Are very similar. Wow.
Similar. Yeah.
So then on the other side of that, then you can work on the healing together as well. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Awesome. Very awesome. And I know that probably some of the reasons you get or have gotten attacked as much as you have in the past is because of that energy and power that you have between the two of you when you get together. Mm-hmm. They don't want that on this planet. They're trying to stop that very much. But we're winning. I think we're winning, don't you?
Yes. We've got this.
We got this. Yes. Did you have something to say, Paul?
She gets attacked because the dark despises the light. And when they see the light, they go on the offense.
Yeah. And then we have seen it on the material level a lot, that they used, for example, other people to attack us, or that people started to project their anger to us, and it was not our problem, or we have problems to find a flat. That was very strange also, that people kicked us out without no reason. And we were all the time on the run. And we moved all the time from flat to the next flat. and then we succeed actually to have a flat in Leipzig. That's a region in Germany, Saxony. And we had a flat there, and then this crazy attack has started that we were in another dimension, and that was totally out of space. So we talked about it in our videos. And even Beaver shared this video because I thought we were the only one, and he talked about it that more experienced the same, that also other star seeds were in another dimension. We were not here. And that was very crazy. Yeah, and Naughty Beaver shared this also.
I saw that video where you were saying that you saw the red people and the blue people and the purple people.
That was so crazy there, really.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a little more about that because I was just a little confused. Were you in the etheric realm at that time? I mean, how were you physically in that dimension? You were physically in the dimension?
Yes.
So, and that's a consciousness thing anyway. So
it was more a spirit war, more on a mental level. But we were there, they catched us, or they have pulled us into this dimension. And Naughty Beaver talked about it too. And it was like a copy of Earth. everything looked similar to Earth, everything. So we stayed in our flat in Leipzig. But what we observed was when all this has started, when we went into the supermarket, that other employers were there and employees. That what we have realized, new employers are in the supermarket, but we didn't got it for a long time. So we were there and we didn't got it. That we are in another dimension. but
just thought it was a different employee, not that it was totally different, right?
Yeah, and also other citizens. But these attacks became very horrible there. And they used frequencies to attack us. And they had something like cell phones in their hands. And they attacked us with the cell phones. And these were holograms or real people, I don't know. And they surrounded our flat and everything. And then it became very hurtful. Yeah.
That was fascinating to me. And I think it was a premonition of what could happen, what could come to the planet if some of this isn't stopped, because you said that all of the older people, I'm one of those, would be gone, and the children were there and they were being totally controlled by their cell phones.
Yes, it was their plan. It's what I have seen there. Yeah, it was like we have seen their plans there. It was like a future vision by them, and that was very sad. I cried when I have seen this. And then we were surrounded only by young people before we reached it to escape this density. And these were young people, only young people, and they were like robots. These were no people, no humans. And they all had the cell phone all the time, like this. And the cell phones have taken control over them.
The mind.
Yeah, everything. Even the thoughts, what kind of nutrition, they controlled everything. And this cell phone gave them advices and tasks what they have to do. It's like they were one, they become one with technologies. And that was very sad. And then very scary. And then I have seen Ashdar. That was also very crazy.
Now, I have heard mixed things about Ashtar. Okay. Yeah. On the one hand, I've heard that he's good. And on the other hand, I've heard that he's very bad and he's involved with human slave trade out in the galaxy. So I don't know what to think of him as far as that goes. And if you were seeing a holographic image, I don't know if that was the real one.
I'm not sure, but he was holographic. We have seen him for 3 times.
And he was not very nice, was he?
No, his energy hurt it. He looked like a real human, and he was very tall, like Pleiadian. Very tall, and then he crossed my energy. And he stand there. We wanted to go into the supermarket in Leipzig. That was so crazy because everything looked similar to Earth, but we were surrounded by these holographic people with these technologies all the time. And then immediately he appeared, and then he crossed my energy. I was there, and then he came, and when he crossed my energy, my whole body hurt it and my heart. And he smiled like this. That was very, okay.
I remember too, you did you showed a smile that you saw Mr. T, I will call him, and he was sitting in front of a huge computer, and the smile that you saw was not exactly a good kind of smile. Is that correct?
He was a little bit manipulated as well.
Okay, but, that's what I thought. That's the impression I got.
But he helped us a little bit. Yeah, he was interested in to destroy the blue pill.
Sorry about that. I should have shut my phone off.
If I could jump in here for a second.
Yeah, please do. Let me shut this off.
Okay. If I could jump in here for a second. You were talking about the young people that were being controlled by their cell phones, and now we're experiencing the rollout of this gene modification program where everybody is being coerced into taking part. Was that, when you were seeing that, were you actually experiencing a time in the future when that artificial intelligence would have had the time to cook and congeal and actually configure, and that is why those young people were controlled by their phones? Do you think that was a future projection, that what humanity has in store for the people that have taken it?
I guess it was their plan. That was their plan. We have seen their plans. So, and I got the feeling that we got this, and the real light full sisters and brothers, they helped us, and they are helping us all the time, that we can reverse it, this game, is what I feel. And at the moment, it feels very complicated and stressful for many of us. One day it's very light, and then it's very dark again, because that's an energetic war now. Yeah,
Definitely. That's how I perceived that video. And what I was thinking too is that that's the direction, if we didn't stop it, that we were going. And it was very scary, because you still, even now, you see the small children with these cell phones, and then you add those injectables to that, and nonstop, and some of the things we've seen with its contents and how it self-replicates and all that kind of thing. It's very disturbing.
really,
And, actually creating a whole neural network that's artificial.
And even their technologies, that looked also very scary. It looked like it was a mix of Tesla, a little bit, Tesla Tower, and 5G, a mix. And they attacked us with these frequencies. It was also very hurtful, honestly. Yeah.
Well, they know the frequency of every single organ in our body.
Yes.
And so they can basically attack wherever they want to once they have you in their control. And so that is very scary. But so it's very important for people not to participate in this program. Very, very, very important. And from what I've gathered too, is we actually have God eternal written in our DNA. And by messing with this type of technology, we're actually causing a possible separation of body and spirit, which is very, very horrific just to think of.
Yes. And the heart, the intuition, that was the only connection. They didn't reach it to control this energy. When we trusted our intuition, so then we reached it to get out very quick, or that we reached it to not survive. But so we felt, okay, they want to attack us. So our intuition told us, oh, we have to go. And then we reached it to go around this, because they don't get the language of the soul and the heart. They only get this, the mind. And they mirrored even our thoughts, and these holographic people talked about our thoughts. It was so crazy. It's like you hear your own thoughts by these people. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And even their subjects were very confusing and scary as well. Yeah, they talked about peaks. And all these plans. Yes, I want this war. Yes, like this all the time. It was so okay. But this connection, the heart connection, that was the only energy. They didn't reach it to control this. But they tried it here to control you here, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions. That's what they are trying, but they don't get the heart and they don't get the soul. And that's the key. This is one of the keys to break free.
Oh, that's important. That's something we want to share with others, is how to break free and how to be in control of that for your own spirit and well-being, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Did I say that right? But anyway, I meant all three of them, mind, body, spirit. Okay. It's what do you do to keep yourself centered and balanced when you feel under attack? Because it's my understanding a lot of people are experiencing psychic attacks and things of that nature, because I don't know if we've entered the fourth to some extent or what, but what's your take on that?
Oh, many different tools and ways. You mentioned it, it's body, mind, and soul. It is these three words are very important. At one hand, nutrition is helping us a lot. Marcel and me, we eat raw vegan-based food. This is our diet, and it's detoxing our body a lot, and it's helping us. Or that we drink water, juices, that's the body. Or that we move our body, that we spend time in nature, or that we making sports a little bit. Yes. What we do is that we trust our intuition, because we have seen there that the intuition was the key there that we survived this. Because my intuition has guided me that I have to go back to Bavaria, that's the other region of Germany. And because of this intuition, we reached to escape this density. So it was very close. And then we reached it to escape this density, and I visited my close members there, and they helped us. Without their help, it was close.
Wow.
And this intuition told me we have to go there. These are the only people who can help us now. Yeah. Then we reached it to escape it. Yeah. And this is what we have seen there, that intuition is very important. And we trust this feeling.
That's very interesting, because one of the things that I've been thinking, and it's probably my own intuition, is that all the light workers need to support each other and work together and continue to raise the consciousness of people as much as possible.
Yes. This is what we have seen there also, that we need new communities, that we are helping each other. Yeah. New communities. Awesome. Yeah. And awesome. Then the light is getting bigger. Yeah. And the intuition is helping us a lot to direct here. And when I listened a little bit to my mind, so then it's getting chaotic again.
That's always tricky too, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've been conditioned to do more on our mind, than our intuition from childhood. I mean, especially people that are older like myself. But not that it's one of the things that I think about with the younger generation, at least here in America, is they have been subjected to so many of those things that go into your arm, and to a lot of the EMF and GMO food. And they have done so many things to fluoride in the water. I don't think they don't do that in Germany, do they?
Can you explain it again, please?
Fluoride in the water?
Yes. Water is also very strange.
Toxic.
When yes, it's similar.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So do you do purification of that then before you drink water? Mm-hmm. What do you do?
At one hand, I visualize that it's getting lighter, because even your thoughts, and when you visualize it, so you increase the vibration of your food or water. And we're using crystals to clear the water at the moment. But it does exist technical devices as well to clean the water, but it's a little bit too expensive for us at the moment.
Oh, okay. But that's important, because there's a lot of people that have that same issue as far as the expense and so on. So so you meditate or bless the water, or what do you?
Yes, we bless it. And even when we eat our food, we say thank you, we bless it. and I'm so happy to eat this food. So that increased the vibration, right? So you take food with you.
and nourish my body to its fullest extent or something on that order, correct?
Yes, yes. We made this experiments, Marcel and me, that we wanted to change the taste of a carrot juice because it happened for a long time ago. We bought a carrot juice and it tastes a little bit, I'm not sure, not so good. And then we used our hands around the bottle and we visualized that this carrot juice would taste sweet, not herb. So do you know what I mean?
Not bitter, yeah.
Better, yes. And then we visualized it for 5 or 10 minutes that this juice will taste sweet. And then we reached it. This carrot juice tasted sweet. Through visualization. Yeah, it's working.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's a takeaway for people listening. If you don't have the means to purify your water with some type of purification process, or even your food, you don't have a choice in some of the food you choose to eat, you can bless it and visualize it being extremely nourishing and high vibrational for your body. Is that correct?
Then it's getting lighter. Yes.
If I can add something to that.
Please do.
I can confirm what she's saying, not specifically with carrot juice, but with water. If I can confirm that because for the last 2 or 3 days, I have consciously been blessing my water. I even blessed my entire Berkey water filter. I blessed the 5 gallons that were in it. And the water's pretty good to begin with because I filter it multiple times. And then I can also use an ozone generator and ozone infuse it. But I'm telling you, there is absolutely no comparison to water that I treated every other way that I could think of and just blessing it. And it's been amazing. And it's been the last 2 days that I've done that. So what Akura is saying is absolutely positively true. I can confirm it. Not that I'm an expert. Not that I'm an expert in any way. But I can tell you that it was an experiment that I have done and my initial results are absolutely fabulous.
Cool.
That's awesome. I've done that to my water, but I haven't done it with my food, and I need to do it with my food.
Yes, try it.
I did it with a microwaved baked potato just last night. I blessed my food because I didn't want to wait 40 minutes for a baked potato. So I made one in a microwave for 3 minutes. I blessed it before I ate it, and it tasted just fine.
Yeah.
Yes, we are so much more stronger.
Okay. I understand that now you have channeled Yeshua and Mary Magdalene together. Could you tell us a little bit about that's exciting? I mean, many people have misconceptions about Mary, especially because of some of the lies that have been told about her. And Yeshua, I was happy to see you use that name because it's more appropriate. Is that correct?
Yes. There's a small ancient or the truth.
Yes.
I felt it all the time. Yeah, Yeshua is more true.
That's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about that experience and how that.
They are so amazing. Their love is so amazing. And to me, Mary Magdalene represents the divine feminine energy. And that was a very misunderstood energy for a long period of time. The divine feminine energy. When we look out, actually, it is almost impossible that this divine feminine energy is allowed to express in this system. We have to work, hustle, pump all the time. And then we forgot that we are allowed to receive. So Mother Nature is for us and is with us. And we have air to breathe in, right? That's what the divine feminine energy, that we are allowed to receive the best, right? So we have this beliefs So many people have this belief that they are not worthy or, not good enough.
Yes, yes.
So then they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and that's not the divine feminine energy. To me, it is the unconditional love. It is that we are allowed to receive the best and that we deserve it to have a good life, that we do self-care as well. And this is their energy. It is so amazing.
That's beautiful. What I think about is that, we have been so programmed and indoctrinated on this planet into the subjugation of the female energy as being less than, not as important as, suppressed and so on, which never ceases to amaze me, but it exists. And it's nice to see the rise of the divine feminine. It
Yes.
seems like it is starting
Yes.
to manifest more.
Yes, and now we're on this process to trust our intuition again. So in that we do self-care as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
If you think about it, the reason for why the divine feminine and why women in general have been subjugated and kept down for as long as history has predicted or history recorded is because I believe that the dark entities that had control of this planet, because I don't believe they have control of it anymore, I believe that the dark entities that had control of this planet knew the power of the divine feminine and knew the power of women in general and knew that they were going to sooner than later be a force to be reckoned with, that they were going to be an absolutely unbeatable adversary. So they started early and they have destroyed they've destroyed the divine feminine as much as they could possibly can at every turn. They have subjugated women. They have kept them pushed down in society. There are some races that think that they've been kept down by the man as it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You just froze, Paul. They didn't like what you were saying. That's how I would. Yes, that's how I would interpret that. Oh my goodness. Wow.
But we are still online, isn't it?
Yes, we're still online and he's just temporarily frozen. I don't know if he knows it or not. Are you there?
Well, it says my internet connection is unstable, and it's not just my internet that's unstable. I'm just telling you.
I don't think they liked what you were saying.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I really don't think they do. So I think I made my point. I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to listen.
Well, you don't have to do that because we never quit. We never give in. We're in this until we're totally over to the other side. Don't you agree, Akira? So anyway, tell us a little bit more about, it's my understanding from some of the things that I found that Mary Magdalene was also very involved in helping Yeshua do and say the things that he said to others, especially later on when he wasn't around.
Yes, what I see is that they helped each other. And even when they attacked them, they helped each other and they were together. And they wanted to remind people of unity. And they wanted to remind people who they really are. And they incarnated in a darker period of time. So it was almost impossible that the people got their message. And that's why they felt so triggered by them. And even the dark people, they follow them and they attack them all the time. And they run away. Yeah, they run away. That's what I have seen all the time. They were on a run.
Well, it's well, they certainly didn't treat Yeshua well for all the good that he what he tried to bring to the planet and so on. So anyway, I understand that you also channel Isis. Is that true? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. Yeah.
What is that all about? What is the message that she brings forward?
Yeah, to me, it's almost the same energy. To me, Virgin Mary, for example, or Isis or Mary Magdalene, I feel they have a similar teaching. And their teaching is free yourself. It's like we women, we have so many limitations, or this belief that we are not beautiful, we don't like our bodies, we feel ashamed for sexuality, that we express ourselves, we feel ashamed. And that's their basic message. The most of the time when I channel them, they want to help us that we break free, that we see each other, that we appreciate our body, that we see that we are beautiful enough, right? That we stop to compete with each other, right?
Yes.
Even women, this competition all the time. And
yes, that's so true. That's so true, and so negative in so many ways. And look at what they did. They actually named a group in the Middle East ISIS, which is a terrorist group, which is just totally the opposite of what ISIS represented at one time.
Yes, it represents the abused divine feminine energy to me. Many people are confused and believe ISIS is bad or was bad because of this organization, but they abused almost every ancient teaching into the opposite, that we are confused.
Yes. Well, it seems, it seems as though they invert everything, and that's the nature of the dark energy. Unfortunately.
There are always two sides of the coin.
Exactly. What about what do you think of where we're at right now? How do you perceive, or what information do you get as far as ascension is concerned? That type of thing. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, that's very interesting, because I created a channeling of the Arcturians for a few days ago.
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's a very long story. So I hope I can describe it. I have seen this matrix is also energetic matrix. It's not only material, that it is physical, it's also energetically. And they are the Anunnaki and the dragons.
Yes.
They build up this grid. It's a grid, or an energetic grid. And this grid does exist since the fall of Atlantis. That's what I have seen in a vision. So maybe it's true or not. So that's what I have seen there. And I have seen me there as a galactic being in Atlantis. And I have seen how they have landed in the sea, a ship. They reached it to come down to Atlantis. I don't know how this is possible, but they reached it. Then I have seen a very toxic ship, and this ship landed in the ocean. And then these beings came out very fast, because actually Atlantis vibrated too high for them also, and it hurted them. And then I have seen how these beings catched all these lightful sisters and brothers very fast. Kings, queens, priests, priestess, healers, and also the people who build up the Atlantis grid. It was something like a protection grid, and they catched all them because they wanted to be sure that they can build up their matrix. It is very complicated to explain it in English for me. I hope you get it.
It's making perfect sense, really. What you're saying is the healers on the planet during Atlantis actually created a grid to protect the planet and humanity. Yes. And the Anunnaki, if you will, amongst maybe other malevolent beings, did everything they could to put the healers and helpers out of business, so to speak, and to mess with the grid so that they could implement their own. Yes. Would that be kind of close?
Yes. And I have seen it there also. Marcel, also my twin flame, he was there. Oh. And they catched him. That's what I have seen there, and me too. That was very crazy, because they have put me in a parallel dimension as well there. It was almost the same, like to for a few weeks ago. But this matrix was different. I couldn't move there, nothing. It was like a cage, and I was alone there. I don't know why they did it, but I was alone there, and it was impossible to move my body. And I got their message. It was the most horrible punishment for me, that I can't help and I have to watch what's happening. And I have seen everything, but I stayed in a box. It was impossible to move my body. And then I have seen they catched all these priests and priestesses. Then I have seen they did terrible experiments on them. They mixed up their DNA. They wanted to have children with them. And it was so, oh my gosh. Yeah, and then I have seen this grid. They have built up an energetic grid, and it looked like a cube. It was a cube.
Ooh, cubes are not good.
Yeah.
From everything I've read. Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah, wow. A cube, and this represents 4D to me. They wanted to keep us there, not higher. 4D is the limit, not higher.
That's because they can only exist in 4D, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
And we want to go higher.
And now we want to break free.
Exactly.
We want to jump over 4D now. This is what I feel. This is happening now, that Earth wants to break free from this cube. And I feel that this energetic cube is still there, but I feel that the light is coming through now more. And
like there's cracks in it, maybe?
Yes, it's collapsing. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's what I feel. Yeah. Yeah.
That has been said by others too, that it's going down.
Yeah, it's collapsing. And since 1010, I feel so much light is coming down. And I feel especially at the Arcturians all the time that they're helping us so much.
They're awesome. They are really, I have a great deal of respect for them, as well as many others. There are a lot of beings here that are here to help humanity.
Yeah, so many lightful sisters and brothers are here. Sometimes I receive codes intuitively, and then I have the impulse to use my cell phone and to record these light codes. And since the last day, so many different species came here, and I talked through them. They talked through me, and that was very crazy. So many different species. Today, the Orion Council was there. Yesterday, the Syrians, the Sasan were there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Arcturians were there. Yeshua, Mary Magdalene were there. It's going crazy now. Yeah, since this portal 1010, I feel so many different light beings are here. Mm-hmm.
I am so grateful to them because we need their help.
Yes, for real.
We need their help. Yes.
Yeah.
And my gratitude goes out.
Yes.
Heartfelt. And it almost makes me misty-eyed just thinking about it. The councils, the different councils, the different beings, and so on.
Free Range with Gail of Gaia is honored to be affiliated with MyNutra, makers of hemp paste. Hemp paste is a whole food product that still contains most, if not all, of the terpenes, phytonutrients, essential elements, and CBDs of the raw hemp plant. CBD oil manufacturing methods strip away living essential elements, leaving only one, a dead CBD oil. CBD oil alone simply cannot support the entourage effect that occurs when hemp pastes essential nutrients go to work to support your optimum health. Almost 200 terpenes and over 500 other phytonutrients work together with a synergistic effect that simply doesn't happen with CBD oil alone. Visit hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com to learn more, and be sure to check out the impressive array of hemp-enriched products while you're there. That website again, hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. Free Range is pleased to present Modexus and the superfruit Lonicera cerulean. The cornerstone of Modexus products, Lonicera cerulean, is a superfood that supports life at the cellular level. Whether you're looking for a longevity product with added glutathione and ATP, something to help lift you through the day without having to resort to stimulants like caffeine or acidic energy drinks, or just seeking a natural solution to support stress management, Modexus also has a natural approach to pain management. Its Relieve product is unique in its ability to support the body's own pain management system. It's been said you'll notice a difference the very first day. The second day, you'll be loving the products, and the third day, you'll be telling friends about Modexus. Visit modexus.gailofgaia.com to learn more and to see what other people are saying about these quality products. That's modexus.gailofgaia.com. Free Range with Gail of Gaia and Free Range Productions is proud to partner with C60evo.com, makers of ESS60 products. C60, the carbon-60 molecule, delivers more than 172 times the power of vitamin C as an antioxidant. ESS60 is simply the purest form of C60, a known antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory remedy that not only works, it is the only C60 molecule that is approved for both internal and external use. ESS60 neutralizes free radicals from cell metabolization and external toxins to help minimize inflammation and maximize detoxification. People report better sleep, more energy and flexibility, and renewed mental clarity when they take ESS60 products. For more information, visit ess60.gailofgaia.com. That is ess60.gailofgaia.com.
I've been told I haven't been able to actually see it myself. I believe that I'm and Paul also, Syrian starseeds.
It fits good to you, yes, Syrian. But I feel Pleiadian as well a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah, Pleiadian. I feel it too, and I feel Hadarian too. Did you heard about it?
What kind?
Hadarian? Hadar?
Hadar.
Never heard about it, about the star?
I don't think so.
I guess, yeah, it's located in the for Centauri, in the system, in the Centauri system, and the star is called Hadar. Is what I sense by you too a little bit. Pleiadian and Syrian.
Oh,
and
wow.
Mintaka also a little bit.
Like, I'm going to have to look that up now because I'm not familiar with that. So I understand we're all a mixture of our DNA has, I think Alex Collier said 22 different species contributing.
Yeah, but I feel you have many connections. Yeah, many connections. You can talk to many different species and you know them. That's what I sense by you. I feel also Arcturian a little bit.
No, you're giving me goosebumps again. So it's resonating.
Yeah, but awesome. This is typical Syrian. It's like this. The Syrians know everyone.
Oh.
They're like water, yeah. So water is their connection. So water is everywhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty interesting. That's great. That's great. And I love water. I do.
And wolves.
Yeah. Wow. That's fascinating. Paul, you want to jump in here a minute and see, do you have any questions? Did you hear that? Did you hear what she just said? Because she was including you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I heard that I was from Sirius A, but I didn't know for sure if I was from Sirius A. So I did some muscle testing, and that indicated that I was from Sirius B. But I am not sure still. Can you confirm?
I feel both connections, honestly. I feel A and B. Then I feel Orion also a little bit. The divine masculine energy. Your energy vibrates very masculine to me, even your voice. And this is so that's a typical Orion trait to me. So they are very masculine.
I cheated. I have effect filters on the microphone. It makes me sound a lot better than I really am. I cheated.
Yeah.
At least he's truthful, right?
But if you ask me to confirm that, I'll deny it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that
So
says
it's
Alpha
A, B, and
Centauri.
Orion.
Yeah.
Centauri.
Centauri. Alpha Centauri is what I sensed by YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a mutt.
Same here. I've always said that, but the strength that comes with that.
Yeah, that must be why Gail and I get along so well. We're both Heinz 57s.
Mm-hmm.
She might not know what that means, but that's a type of ketchup that's a big mixed up.
Okay.
A Heinz 50. The phrase Heinz 57 means Heinz 57 is a brand of ketchup, and ketchup has like a bunch of different things in it. So when they say a dog breed is a Heinz 57, it could be anything. So they drilled that down to the term mutt, MUTT. So that is a mixed breed that is like a pepper melange blend of every kind of pepper you can think of. That is that dog. That's a Heinz 57.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I just sense that you might not know what that meant, but that's because it's kind of an American thing.
Okay.
But anyway, Hadar, how do you spell that? Did you hear that, Paul? That she mentioned that for both of us? And I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to have to do some research on that.
Yes, really, do it.
How do you spell it?
Hadar. Hadar.
Oh, that's pretty simple. And that's a star? Or it's a star.
It's a star. Yeah.
Wow. That's fascinating. Well, now I have something new to add to my repertoire. Go ahead. What'd you say, Paul?
Google, don't fail me now.
Oh, it probably will. I don't. What do you know about that star system, Kara?
Oh, yeah. These people are very lovely. When I tune into their energies, it feels a little bit similar to the Pleiadians to me. The realm. It's very lovely, heart open, and they are great healers. They have a very wide open heart, and when I tune into their energies, their energy vibrates similar to the Pleiadians a little bit. But I feel the Hadarians are more lighter, and their heart is vibrating lighter, more lighter to the Pleiadians. And the Pleiadians are very kind, and they have a very wide open heart. And Hadarians, I feel they are more sensitive. And when they are here on Earth, they react very sensitive of toxic food and, of frequencies, and they feel tired very fast. Is what I sense by Hadarians. And it's almost similar to Pleiadians, because Pleiadians have the same thing, that they have to set boundaries because they want to have everyone. Pleiadians.
That works with me. That works with me because I'm highly sensitive to frequencies, particularly frequencies of music, and the A440 scale, which causes division, and the 432 scale, which causes connection between Earth and Source, and like you become the conduit of it. And it's I tire easily, but people just call me lazy. So
I tire easily too. In fact, I look to people who seem to be so accomplished so much. At times I'm thinking to myself, how do they do it? And what else is very interesting about what you said is that ever since I was a little child, I was told I needed to get thicker skin. I was too easily hurt by someone's words.
Too sensitive,
Very sensitive, very sensitive.
Well,
and my whole life, I still haven't gotten over it.
Officially called Hadar, Beta Centauri is a triple star system in the southern constellation of Centaurus. The system's combined apparent visual magnitude of 0.61 makes it the second brightest object in Centaurus and one of the brightest stars in the night sky, according to parallax measurements from the astrometric Hipparcos satellite. The distance to this system is about 390 light years.
Oh.
But they're here too, aren't they? They're here to help.
That's the system. That's the system.
The system.
That's the
but I mean,
system.
people from the system is what I'm getting at.
Yes. I personally feel they are not so involved with Earth. Not so many Hadarians are serving Earth. A few of them incarnated on Earth. That's what I feel. Yeah. And they have a very wide open heart. And they want to help everyone also. I feel they're a little bit more sensitive to Pleiadians. But I think the Pleiadian groups are the most well-known beings.
They're wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any big with an open heart, but Arcturians are like that too.
Yes,
they're master healers, and
they are very impressive because they have very interesting technologies to help us. And this is very interesting because when I tune into light sisters and brothers with a high frequency, the Arcturians are vibrating very high to me. So the most of them, they don't work with technology so much. So when I tune into angels, for example, I don't feel technology so much, honestly. And the Arcturians, they have a similar vibration to angels, but they're using technologies too. And that's very interesting to me. So that's why it's easy to feel them or to figure out it's them because of this vibration. It's very interesting and very special. Yeah.
So you can sense vibration then very easily and recognize it and identify it with different entities or what have you.
Yeah, and I see them with my third eye when I tune into the energies. Yeah, pictures are coming up.
Oh, fascinating. So where do you think we are at in terms of Earth ascending? If we could go there a little bit.
I got many different informations. On one hand, the Lightful Sisters and Brothers are helping us now, that this grid is collapsing faster because it's more like a astral war at the moment. It's more a spiritual war here. And this manifests very fast on the physical level now. Our feelings, thoughts, so it becomes very fast now. So at one hand, we are carrying programs. Almost everyone is carrying programs, traumas by the old system. And this is still influencing Earth also, that we release these together at one hand. That's why it takes a little bit longer, or then it goes very fast again, because at one hand, we are creating this by our own as well, this ascension. So that means when we are going back to our heart, and we open our heart, so then this ascension will go faster. So, but these beings, the dark ones, many of them had chosen to have a physical body as well, and they are still here on Earth. So they try to influence this process as well, and they want to keep their empire as long as possible, even when it makes no sense. They want to keep it. They don't give up. This is what they are doing, and they try to scare people. They try to pull them back into their dimension. And this is this fight, this storm. It's like, light, dark again. It's getting light. Oh no, it's dark again. So all the time, this crazy storm.
Well, that's because they know. That's because they know that once we advance, they're done for.
Yeah.
They're done. They're history. Yeah. So this is really their last dying breath.
Yeah.
So if you could share, what is the importance of visualizing your own perfect life and keeping your vibrations high and actually proclaiming what you will and won't accept, and what are ways that you could share with people that they could keep their vibrations as high as possible and just kind of give them a little primer on visualization and affirmation?
At one hand, self-care, I think, is very important, that we say no. We can speak also out of no, but we can still love each other. That's, I guess, very important global, that the people say, no, it's enough. But when they say a no, it is also a yes. I mean myself, right? It's a yes. And that people do more self-care. That means that we treat ourselves in an honest way. When we feel sadness, that we express our emotions as well. When traumas are coming up or memories, old memories, that we are healing this and releasing this together. Because when we share our emotions or when we express our real feelings, so then we're releasing this pain together for real. And I think that's very important. On the other hand, that we trust our intuition, like I mentioned that. That's the voice. It's like when I receive a message here in my heart, it's like I have an impulse and it's like boom. And that's the first picture what pops up, or the first voice or the first thought. That's the closest message by your soul. And then sometimes the mind is question it. Is this the right information? No, I can't do it. Yeah. And then we make it harder.
Your first impression always comes from your heart. Your first impression always comes from your intuition. And if I could, can you verify that the universe only understands abundance? So if you want a new car, but the only thing that you're saying is, I wish I didn't have this old crappy car, the universe will see to it that you don't have your old crappy car. You didn't ask for a new car. So you wind up with no car. Mm-hmm. The universe only understands abundance. So even if you ask for something in a negative way, you're going to get a negative result. But if you ask for something in a positive way, you will always get the positive result that you're looking for. Never think negative when talking to the universe. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that we feel abundance now. So our situation is not very good at the moment. It's very chaotic as well. But we say we keep going as best we can. And we are still laughing and shining as best we can. Yeah.
So if we can agree between the three of us, because the three of us put our energies together, that your situation is good and it gets better every day. Your situation is good. You're happy and you will get happier every day. You are powerful and you become more powerful every day. And the three of us agree on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even when this experience was very dark, we've learned so much there also. So that means when your light is shining, you are becoming stronger through the shadows as well, because they share with you what you don't want, right? So then we can be grateful as well. So
it was a life lesson.
Thank you. Yeah.
It was a lesson, and you learned the lesson and you moved forward from it and you were better for it.
Yeah. I like to think of it as experiences more so than lessons, just because sometimes when you think about an experience that you might consider negative, one of your first responses, oh my goodness, I never want to do that again, or I never want that to happen again. It's like sometimes you learn more from what you may have perceived as doing wrong than what you do right, if that makes any sense at all. What is your take on that exactly, as far as are we here for lessons? Is that what we incarnated on Earth for? Lessons? Or do you have a perspective on that one way or another?
Yeah. I personally feel that every soul has another role. We are playing our role here on Earth, and not every starseed or light worker has the same mission. It's what I have seen. Many starseeds are here because they want to assist here now for this event. They want to help us in the Ascension. Then I have seen starseeds, they were only curious. They wanted to see what's going on here. Then they say goodbye.
You can have this experience. I had enough. I'm ready to go.
Okay, goodbye. Yeah. Everyone has the other role here on Earth. So, and I feel it's important that we trust our intuition again. So what is my purpose here on Earth? Yeah, that we got the connection again. Why am I here on Earth? And even when we stayed in the fourth density, So it was like we understood our role so much better, even when it was very dark there. So they helped us actually a lot to understand our light so much better. And this means to me to be a light worker, because light always wins. So even when it's getting stressful or hard, light always wins. So
that's a really nice takeaway, because a lot of people are experiencing some darkness, but knowing that light always wins actually fuels the idea of hope and faith over fear. And right now we need a lot of that. And I think it's important for people to think that way, that the best is yet to come, as they say.
Yes. And the other tip is balance at the moment. So what I sense also, balancing the shadows and the light. So when shadows are coming up, or when we feel sadness, that we don't have to feel ashamed to feel the sadness now. So sometimes we have these limitations again. So, oh no, it's forbidden to cry because that's a low frequency, or
it's a weakness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weak. I'm not aligned.
Yeah.
So that we allow ourselves to be free, that we break this inner cage from within.
So our emotions are not working against us, or it's not a bad thing to have emotions or feel emotional or whatever. It's just like, let it flow.
Yeah, it's flowing.
Kind of like Native Americans used to say, like be like the river and flow and go around and just keep flowing. They were very spiritually connected to the earth, more so than many people have been. And well, everybody can be there, but it's just one of those traits, I think. I know what I wanted to ask. Are the beings that are here, the different councils that are meeting and so on, from a galactic standpoint, are they projecting high frequencies to the planet? Is this what's helping people? Or is this what's helping to break down the matrix or anything of that nature? Do you know what I mean?
I think you have to explain it again. I don't get it 100%.
Okay. Are higher frequencies being projected onto Earth now by some of the beings that are here, the light beings? Are they sending more light frequencies to help the Earth and to help the Earthlings as well? Does that make sense?
Yes, we do a lot of energetic work. Yeah, even when we are only here, so we take a seat here on the couch, we are working. We keep the light higher, and the ascension. So we are working a lot, and many starseeds are working energetically a lot, or they have astral travels or lucid dreams during the night, and we are helping to build the new grid together, or we are helping to assist the earth energetically. And this is happening because we are vibrating. And when we have entered the fourth density, that was their language. They didn't care about your job, about your clothing. It was only important to get your frequency, not more. Frequency was the language there. So, and you started to work through your presence. So, and we have this illusion here, we have to work all the time, right?
Yes.
And something is happening, so...
So the energy is coming from multiple places. The energy is not only coming from the starseeds that are on Earth, that are walking among us, and they're radiating a higher frequency, allowing people to raise their own vibration. But isn't it also true that there are galactics that are in space that are actually beaming high frequency energies to the Earth to bathe the Earth in high frequency to transmute the dark?
That's why I appreciate you, Paul. Sometimes you have a way of taking what I'm trying to say and making it more clear. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's what I do. What can I say?
Yes. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Yes, all together. Earth wants to break free. She is ascending also because she wants to break free. It's the will of the source. We have support by the source, by the angels. So it's the plan. so by the soul. So
and the source is the creator of our spirits and souls. That's where,
So we are all working together as a team, and this this is so amazing. So when we have entered the fourth density, it was like, so, oh my gosh, I understood so much better why am I here. So why I'm here. So I understand the mission so much better and our work so much better. And we are all working together. And this is so amazing.
Even with people that you don't work very well with, even with people that you have disagreements over, try to find places and try to find topics and subjects and things that you can agree on. And in that agreement, you can build a lasting and fulfilling relationship with that person. Okay, so maybe they do something or believe something that you absolutely don't believe in, and it's completely dark and totally negative. Find something that you both love and enjoy and concentrate on that, focus on that higher energy and let it spread.
Yes, I got the same feeling. Yeah.
Finding common ground.
Yeah, what's working here in Germany is to talk about the weather. That's always working.
That's a good start, right?
Yeah. It's working always. Yeah.
Okay, I know. I wanted to ask this one too. What do you think about the impact of past lives? Are people needing to transmute some of the things that may have happened in the dark in past lives?
Yes, a lot. I feel the Atlantic trauma mostly. Yeah, that this is coming up global. And I'm in conversation with other starseeds again. I'm very grateful that I have this contact again. And they say the same. They feel this Atlantic trauma so much. And starseeds or light workers who had a past life there, they will feel triggered a lot because the situation, what we have to go through, was similar to Atlantis. It's like we start to remember, and I don't know, is this person speaking the truth or not? So can I trust this person or not? And we had a similar energy dynamic. Yeah. And now we are releasing it. And now we are going backwards, actually.
So the word triggers came up.
Yes.
And that is like, if you're talking to someone and something they say, all of a sudden you get upset. That's a trigger. Now, does that mean that it's something that maybe happened to you in a past life or currently, or do you have, how would you explain that to someone if they were getting triggered over something and how to deal with it?
On one hand, my personal tip is to express the emotions at first. when
that's being honest,
be honest to yourself. When you feel anger, start to scream and make sports or start to scream when you have to scream. This is my personal tip because this is authenticity. So I treat myself in an honest way. But when the emotions are gone, so then I recommend to go deep within why I felt so emotional. What is the lesson or the answer behind it? So why I felt so emotional. So, and when I feel a trigger or a memory is popping up, so it pops up intuitively. So then I see with my third eye. So and then I see, that happened to me in a past life, for example, in Atlantis. So then I understand this process better. And I recommend still to focus on the source and on the light that we've got this. So they are still trying to pull us back into their heaviness a little bit. So the split,
What about dreams? There are some people that will say, and I used to say this myself, however, this has opened up more in the recent past. Dreams, do they, like some people say, I don't remember my dreams. And they've made a real effort to remember their dreams, but they still don't remember their dreams. And everybody dreams. Do you have an explanation of that or why that might happen? Do you know anything about that?
At one hand, I guess everyone has another ability. So I met different starseeds, and I met starseeds that have a similar ability, and they have very clear dreams, lucid dreams, astral travels, and it's very easy for them to travel astral. So, and I met also people. Marcel is a person like this too. He doesn't remember his dreams, but he is a very intuitively person and very light.
Yeah, I've had that problem myself. So that's why I asked. I have to admit, that's why I asked you. I don't always remember my dreams. In fact, it's just only recently that I'm starting to recall more than I ever did before. Because before I used to say, well, I know I'm dreaming. How come I can't remember them?
Yeah, but the soul is guiding us. So that means we are traveling astral during the night, and your soul does what the soul wants or have to do. So then I let it go. So, and I open my heart. So, and when the messages will come to me, so then I'm grateful. So I see it more as not as a problem. So more like I accept it. So, okay. So then I have no lucid dreams or no astral travel. Now I'm not aware of it, for example, but I know that my soul leads me.
So there may be a good reason that you're not recalling.
to let it go, right? And not to see it as a problem. So to see, hey, cool. I have other ability.
Okay, I have another question. It's not like I expect you to know everything, but I think you're very perceptive and just, tell me what you can. I was talking with a friend of mine who was talking about timelines, and he was being educated, you might say, about there's actually realms between timelines. Does that make sense to you? Or would that be like a parallel world, or would that be, a different kind of reality where there is no time? Or how would you?
Yeah, we have this illusion here on Earth that the time is linear, like this past, future moment, the present moment. But actually, all the time, we are creating timelines together. With our thoughts, with our frequencies, we are creating them together. So when we have entered the fourth density, I guess, when we translate it in this level, it was a very dark and a heavy timeline. So, and it was their timeline. They created this timeline in this dimension. So that means, so it is their plan, their vision. And because they're creating this timeline with the energy frequency, with the technology as well, so maybe this could affect 3D as well. So, and I would explain it more on this level. So we are creating timelines in every moment together. It's like in every moment, boom, a new timeline, boom, a new timeline. So we got the choice.
Well, I was told something about Looking Glass, that they stopped looking at Looking Glass as of 2012 or something like that, because all of a sudden the timelines converge, and it's a one timeline, and it's a good one, and they don't want that. The bad guy, the dark doesn't want, they prefer, like you said, the timeline that they created.
Yeah.
But humanity is starting to recreate that into a positive timeline, or it stays that way according to what they were seeing. Yeah.
Lighter. Yeah.
Because every thought, every intention, and every feeling creates a timeline that makes it imperative. It makes it incredibly important to guard every single thought, every single intention that you have, every single proclamation that you make, every interaction that you have with another person. Protect that timeline, because you will be creating a timeline as a result of that. You can either create a positive or you can create a negative. And one thing that I wanted to talk about, if I can kind of jump in here a little bit,
of course,
karma. I was watching a video. And this Indian Swami, guru, whatever, I couldn't pronounce her name, so I told myself, I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to remember it. So I have no idea what her name was. But she was talking about karma and how when you interact with people, if they treat you badly, if they if they treat you negatively, that it is not that you did anything to this person, and it is not your fault that they're doing this, but it's really not their fault either, because they could be reacting to a karmic account that you had created with that person in a past life. So her suggestion was to apologize for the karma, forgive them for the karma without accepting. You don't know if you did anything to them that was negative. So you're not admitting guilt. You're not accepting fault, but you are recognizing that karma. You're apologizing for that karma. You're forgiving them for their negative actions, and you are blessing them and sending love to them. And you are settling that karma and taking it out of both of your lives. Is that kind of how it works?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, then enlighten me, because
that was a little hard to follow, actually. That was what
I got from the video.
Yeah, but I think I got your message. I can't put it into words because I don't know the English vocabulary for it, but I believe more in my intention creates my reality. So when my intention is love, then I will earn love, you know? So, and it's the same with when I have negative intentions. So then I will create a negative word or a heavier word. And this affects other timelines and even your past lives or your future. Yes, that's what I feel. So, and when we have negative intentions, for example, in a past life, for example, and we did something bad to this kind of person, so they will recognize each other, especially when this point or this problem is not in peace, when the souls didn't find peace with this situation. So then the souls will feel attracted to each other. And maybe they have to go through the same game again or a similar game again, that they release this situation together. And actually, it's a salvation by the souls that we release all these negative intentions as well.
Well, that was one thing that she said, is if you have negative karma with another soul, if your soul has negative karma with another soul, that negative karma will continue to recycle and circulate until somebody breaks that karmic cycle, until somebody breaks that karmic contract. Let it be you that breaks that karmic cycle and puts that karma to rest.
Yes, and to forgive yourself as also, to give yourself and the others.
Okay.
That reminds me of that one saying, I am forgiveness acting here, casting out all doubt and fear. Are you familiar with that at all? Setting men forever free on cosmic wings of victory. I'm calling in full power for forgiveness every hour to all life in every place. I extend forgiving grace. Something I just like that. That's a nice saying.
Yes.
And we have to forgive ourselves as well as others, because sometimes we make mistakes or decisions under a lot of duress in this very dark system that we regret later, and that we wish we would have done something different. And we can't go back and live in the past and keep beating yourself up over something that didn't. And somebody used to always say to me, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but it didn't turn out to be a good idea, kind of thing. So anyway, forgiving yourself is very important, and forgiving others is important as well. And keeping our vibration high, it helps to do that, doesn't it?
Yes, of course. Now we have the chance to trust our intuition, and that we do self-care a lot. I receive all the time this message, and that we forgive ourselves, that we forgive others, because it was nobody's fault. So we grew up in this system, society has told us what we have to believe, what we have to do. And I guess we were all involved in this programs, this manipulations.
Yes. The
now
programming.
we are releasing it.
The programming runs deep in this one.
Yes.
And it's been that way for everybody, and everybody has to be able to release that, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great takeaway for everyone here, is to forgive yourself and to forgive others and to release it, and you'll become lighter and be able to bring in more light. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And to give thanks, even for the things
gratitude.
You don't know why, even for the things that you don't know why on earth you could ever possibly be thankful for them. You can be thankful that they weren't worse. Give thanks for all things,
yes,
good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well,
what I've experienced is the same. So when you trust your intuition, it's the first voice. So many things doesn't make sense. When I look back, so it was like, why is my impulse guiding me to go this way or to buy this kind of food? It starts with the small things in life. So, but after that, everything made sense. So even this journey, right, to the fourth density, after all that, everything made sense again. So without this experience, maybe we wouldn't have found each other, or that I'm in contact with other people now, So, and I've learned a lot by that. And when we were there, so nothing made sense there. So, but on the other hand, we learned so much, and actually everything makes sense in the end. And then we get it here. Why all this happened?
Expanding our consciousness.
Yes.
Through our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important. Well, I think we've been going for a while here. I don't, if we have any closing remarks I'd that you think would be helpful to humanity. And do you have anything to say, Paul, or to any additional questions to ask or anything?
Well,
I kind of lost track of our time. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. I did want to talk about. I wanted to talk about Marcel a little bit. Your twin flame.
Oh, okay.
And it seems to me that I watched a video where he was talking about an experience that he had where he had actually left his body. And he was given the option, do you want to stay here or do you want to go back? And he said, no, I need to go back. And had you met him at that point? Because what I am thinking is one of the reasons, though he may not have understood it at the time, that he needed to come back was because his spirit, his soul knew you were here. And he had to come back.
Yes, this is one of these. Yeah, too. Yeah. Because a few days later, we met each other. Yeah, physically. This is true. Yeah. And he said the same to me. That he feels that he came back to Earth also because of the twin flame connection, but he feels all the time he has a mission as well. So, and there was no confusion there. His heart told him, I want to go back to Earth. There was no confusion, no doubt.
Maybe we could have the honor of having you both on again sometime if you would like to.
Yeah.
If he would like to, and we can talk about that.
I will ask him.
Okay, that would be great. Any other questions, Paul?
That was the only thing I had. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you also very much for the invitation.
It's been wonderful. Thank you.
I feel very honored.
Oh, I feel honored myself. So thank you. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're both here because I know that between the two of you, you are raising the vibration and expanding consciousness for many people, expanding the heart center, and helping to show the way.
Yeah. And, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish you the best from the deepest bottom.
I wish you the best as well. And I will send you, when we get the video done, I'll send you a copy through the email.
Oh, cool. Yes, okay. I wanted to ask you if I can upload it as well.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Yeah, yes. Share with me your links.
Okay. Definitely, definitely. And thank you once again. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Let's continue.
Okay. Love and
Soon.
blessings.
Yeah,
Okay.
cheers. Ciao.
Okay. Great.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.